Hello and welcome back. So I hope you guys liked the new intro, but anyway, let's get into the topic of the day. So we're looking at the infamous Russian Tier 9 medium, the T54. Now, when I first had this thing, I was kind of thrown aback. Mind you guys, I am very much into the American medium line, into the patent and things like that. And when I got it, it was good. I liked it. Don't get me wrong, but I was I couldn't help feeling like, I just didn't really understand how to play this thing. And then I figured, James, you're an idiot. You have a Type 59. Pretend it's a Type 59 with a better gun and just play it. And well, then I started to figure it out. It's really a tank. It's kind of the jack of all trades, except gun depression. That's the only thing that sucks. But besides that, it is a jack of all trades. You can really do a lot with this tank. And this is a tank that scales really well with your skill. Now, it's not like some tanks, for instance, the M46 patent is something I kind of go to that if you're a bad player, you can screw up with it royally and kind of ruin your day. Whereas the T54, you can be a great player or a terrible player, and you can still have very good games in it. Because overall, it's a very good tank. Now, it has 1,650 hit points to start off with, which is around the average, especially for its weight class, of it only being 35 tons with a 700 horsepower engine. So it is quite mobile, actually. Now, here's the awesome part. 56 kilometer per hour top speed. This thing shifts, this thing moves. This thing can keep up with basically any other medium tank of the tier. That's one of the highlights, which I will be showing you later. 46 degrees per second traverse rate. That is fantastic. That is... It's not as good as some other ones, but combined with the horsepower, it just really makes up for it. Now, here's the funny thing about the T54. You got this hull armor here. 120 degrees, but it's really sloped close to 160, 180, and then if you angle it even more, I've bounced shots from just about anything, if you get the right angle. But if they have over 280, 270 millimeters of penetration, they're generally either going to go through or you're going to get them into an auto bounce situation, so something to consider. Anyways, then you got the hull armor, which is at 200 millimeters at the front. I know, guys, I'm not going over the side armors for any of this, because quite frankly, at Tier 9, you're not going to bounce stuff on the side unless you're lucky. But anyways, so with having 200 millimeters of front hull armor, it can bounce shots. You can play this thing kind of like really a bunker, if you put this thing with the turret right. Now, I'm not going to say do that against tank destroyers, things like that. Tier 10 tank destroyers will go right through you, but it gives you the option, is the point. Now, the T54, you have really two options for guns. You can either go to the gun that brings you the T62A, which is a little bit better for a stationary gun, a little bit less accuracy on the move, but a little bit better accuracy from a standstill, or you can go for the gun that goes to the Object 140, which is better for on the move. And I personally went for the one for the 140. I'm almost there. I only got about 30,000 away, and I really want to get that tank. But this gun has a blistering rate of fire, 7.69 rounds per minute, 201 penetration, 320 average damage, 330 penetration with the heat rounds, with, again, 320 damage, and then 50 pen with the HE, 420 damage with HE. But here's the big part. The penetration, yeah, it's really low. Damage, alright, with that rate of fire, quite good, around a 5.6 second reload on the tank. But it's the accuracy, 0.35. Quite good, actually, especially if you have a skilled crew. And 2.3 second aiming time. So, as a medium tank, you can engage targets quickly and you can be fairly accurate at range. You can even hit weak spots. I wouldn't say reliably, but you can. And if you need the punch, you have the 330 millimeter pen heat round. Now, be warned, a lot of T54 drivers like to spam heat. I try not to, but you'll see in one of the battles I sometimes do, depending on the tank. But really, with its armor and its mobility, it can do a bit of everything. And with it having a 390 meter view range and 730 meter signal range with a 44 degree traverse for the turret, for 44 degrees per second, it's so versatile. It has the armor to bounce shots. It has the gun to put in the damage. It has the DPM, not the best, but it has pretty damn good DPM. And has the armor, it has a bit of everything. Just gun depression. It's about 3 degrees. So, yeah, you gotta sacrifice something. But I'll be honest, guys, this tank has won me over. I average right now 920, 940 experience per battle after about 100 battles in this thing. And I just keep coming back to it. I'm never getting rid of it. If this thing is not nerfed or not changed or not anything, I'm going to stick with it. I really recommend this tank. And it goes to two of probably the best tier 10 mediums, the T62 and the Object 140, which are both really quite good. If you want Clan Wars, though, maybe Bat Chat might be a little bit better, but that's a whole nother discussion. But anyways, so from here, let's go on to the actual replay. Whoop, well, hello. So, yes, here we are on Sand River. Now, this really is one of my favorite maps in the game, ever since they rebalanced it and reworked it and whatnot. I really do like this map. But let's talk about the tank lineup. Now, first of all, I'm going to say, for the T54, this is the best lineup you're ever going to see. You're not going to see a better lineup than this. Being a T54 at the top with an Object 140 and an IS-8 and that's it. This is about best case scenario. I have never had a game that does this much damage. I've had games with more kills, but I've also never had a game that really shows what happens if you play this tank well and I make a couple stupid mistakes. But anyways, now the biggest thing I would say with any medium tank, you need to look at the map. And you need to know what kind of role you're supposed to play. In this map, I am playing as a very reliable damage dealer with very good armor. So I can kind of go anywhere I want as long as the situation favors the T54. I'm also trying to engage other targets that really don't have guns that are very good, so Panther 88's a perfect example. I know I could wreck him, put in a shot, and I do so. And by the way, here's a little fun fact. When I play, my third-person view is not actually on the shift key. I actually replace it with my right mouse button. So I can switch between first and third person quite quickly, and because I don't really use auto aim that much, I put that to shift, so I kind of swapped them both. I find that you can bang, sorry, but yep, yet again the bounce from the SP1C, this hull armor doing its job. But anyways, I find it much easier to be able to switch from first to third person when it's simply right on the right mouse button. But anyways, so you got that Panther 88 over there. You got a 5916 at this SP1C. He's trying to do his job, and I can understand, but he's just not in the right spot. It's not a bad spot, but the issue is he's just throwing his life away. So, we got that Panther 88 spot in the middle still. I'm kind of looking over his direction. There's a 5916 again. But I'm trying to hold down this position. I don't want them to push here. I saw it. Oh, there we go. WT got the 5916. Good shot, good shot. But I want to hold this position, because this side is very important to hold. Now, some people argue 1-2 is more and whatnot. Well, as long as I hold this side, I can hold the center. And that I find much more important. And I deny them having control of the center. And oh, what do you know? See down there, it looks like an SP1C, a 1390, and an IS. So the SP1C is gone. And I got our little buddy in the OHO and the IS behind us. Well, not the IS, but the IS-6. Maybe the IS-8, I can't read from here. Anyway, so we put a shot into the IS, just trying to give him some problems. I want to knock this guy out. I don't want this guy to be here. Yet again, I use what little gun depression. I wait, I see he's backing up. Don't interrupt an enemy when they're making a mistake. Now, I saw he was looking at me, I pulled back, but it wasn't him. It was the AMX. I make the mistake, I shouldn't have pulled out right where he was looking. That was my mistake, so I eat the damage for it. But it was only from the 90mm gun. And oh, what's this? Ooh, T54-3. Ah, come here with that damage. Give me your health points. Thank you. And this tank really is such a monster with this gun. It's just so reliable. As long as... Now, see, I'm going to bounce that shot. Ooh, what's this? Is that an E75 in the middle of the open? Oh. Well, I'm going to bounce that shot. I take a lot of snapshots in this tank, so I don't want to expose myself. Yet again, something to consider. When you're the high-tier tank, you staying alive is the biggest thing you can ever do. So, don't die. Quite simply. I fudged that shot. But yeah, you must stay alive as a top tier tank. If you die, you're really letting your team down. So don't do it. But anyways, so trying to get a shot on him. Not gonna go through that. That's just a ridiculous shot. It's not gonna make it. So notice the battle. It's 4 versus 5, or 4 on 5, you know, in terms of score. And let's even it up, shall we? So it's on 5-5. There's a T54-3. Now this reload, bang, that's another kill. That reload is just, it's just so powerful. Now there's a shoe tank. Oh my god, there's a shoe tank. Get the hell away from him. Do not be anywhere near him. Boink. Yet again, that angled armor. Oh, it's a shoe tank. I load the heat. And a bounce. That made me in the wrong spot. That's where I screwed up. However, side of his turret, absolutely. I should have switched back to regular ammo. However, this time, I figured he's a tier 9. I need him out. That's the only time I'm going to use heat. And shouldn't have made that shot. It shouldn't have went, but it did. T54, what do you want? And bang. So now it's a one shot, and I say, oh my god, back the hell off. And look, there's that AMX up there again. I load standard ammo, and it bounces, of course. That AMX just gave me all kinds of problems. So we're up 7-5 now. Looks like we're winning. We have pretty decent map control. I got no shots. Yet again, I'm just providing overwatch up here. I don't want the enemy to have the option to push. Alright, so he moves out, and yet again, that accuracy. And this rate of fire, but not quite enough to hit them. So overall, you guys have seen how effective the armor is and how effective the gun is. But we haven't really talked about mobility. Well, this is the other thing that's awesome about the T54. Is look at that speed. The thing gets up and goes. And that's probably the biggest thing about this. Is if it didn't have the speed, it would be useless. But the fact is, this is a tank that has all the components. And this is, mind you, if you guys want to talk history and whatnot, this is kind of where the start of the idea of the main battle tank came from. It was kind of the T54-ish design. Oh god, that's a Type 4 heavy. I don't want to be anywhere near him. He will absolutely wreck my day. What is this? A Yak Panther? I think I should help out. Oh god, he killed our IS. Oh god, I gotta make it happen. But that damn AMX. What am I gonna... Never mind. They killed him. So, I feel bad for this Yak Panther. And I make a stupid mistake here. I should have kept going straight, but I turned right. And I let him get a hit on me. I should have kept left. I thought he was going to keep turning, but he stopped. That was my mistake, and I paid for it with my health. So now, I'm trying to see what the hell to do. We're winning, but then I noticed the Panther was last up here. So, why don't I go get him? Now, here's another topic I want to talk about. Sorry for the yawn, but this player, he was quite good. I don't know his stats, but he's in the clan G, which means statistically he must be a very good player. Must be a Unicum player or roundabouts. Notice the way he's playing his tank, and then the comment that he says. I just make this shot for the hell of it, by the way. I figure, you know, Stalin, guide thy shot, but he's not in a bad spot, but he's not in the spot to do the most help. And, well, he doesn't play the tank right either. Watch this. He lets me get up right beside him. I put a shot in him. He should have rushed me. He has weighs more than I do. He could have at least got in some ram damage and possibly flanked me. However, he let me play the game. He let me set the course of the battle. So, quite frankly, he's going to lose this battle every single time. Look at that. He's just sitting there. Of course you're going to bounce off my turret, dude. I don't know what you expect to do, man. And, well, watch the chat. That's just... Dude, don't... I don't care how mad you're at the game, guys. It's never worth saying that kind of stuff. And the issue is he wasn't playing his tank right, and I was playing this tank correctly. And yet, he goes off and says something like that, which, whatever, it makes him look stupid. But Don't blame the people. Blame yourself for that. Play the tank right and you'll be fine. And it was a tier 8 tank in a tier 9 game, so it's not like he was stuck in a tier 10. I just like the Panther also. But anyways. So, there's a Type 5 Heavy left, and I load the heat because, quite frankly, I don't feel like bouncing a shot. And, well, lack of gun depression, I just used the Ridge. This is when I did auto-aim, and I hit him flush, and somebody else kills him. Now we're looking for the GW Panther. So yeah, I think you guys are understanding how I feel about this tank. I really do like it. I like the mobility, I like the gun, I like the armor. As long as you put it in the appropriate spot, it will do work. Now, I am going to be reviewing this tank again after I get, you know, maybe a couple hundred more battles in it, but it's just such a damn good tank. I can't get over it. But anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I shall catch you next time.